Memory of
Hey, welcome back, my friends. We are back with another tarot deep dive. This time it's the Eight of Wands. It's the speed of alignment. Sometimes I'll call it the lightning strike. Depends on how I'm feeling, the mood I'm in. But yeah, after we defended our light in that seven of Wands, it's been a sorry fight, right? Been up and down, with the 6 to 7. Now we're here. We're releasing that fight. We're saying, hey, whatever happens, happens. But I'm Cosmic Boogeyman. If you haven't been with me before, think about subscribing, becoming a member. Check out all the content I have, and stay on top of the live readings. Hit that notification bell, set it to all, then you catch me live. So whenever I pop on live, you can get a free reading, or hit me up at cosmicboogeyman.com. But this is that moment we fight the resistance. We keep going, we're going, but then the 8 hits and bang, that intention meets that divine timing. You know what I'm saying? We were in that moment of saying, what is this? What is the purpose behind of everything we've been going through? I hope you're here. I hope you're here enjoying the readings, and I hope you enjoy what we're going through, because once we notice the formation, even in these cards, we'll notice it's not just about the being parallel, precise. It's about the motion. It's the harmony energy, right? The divine order. It's expressive energy. I would say, even through the velocity, you can see the speed coming in, top left to right. Bottom right, that's actually where I started to come into my own personal 9-card readings, right? But it's that energy, emotions, it's fire energy. But the blue sky isn't just backdrop, it's that consciousness, the field that holds us accountable. And when we see those wands cutting through that collective mind, it symbolizes what? Not only communication, but the alignment across time, space. And that's why when I read the timeline readings, I'm looking at to see what you bring into this. Because they're not flying randomly. They're moving across the sacred parallel timelines, and I call it the lattice. But this is not chaos. It's almost like they're going coherently towards some place, heading towards you. Think of it like frequency, right? When you're dialing on the radio or getting the station you want to hear. And when you look at the numerology, even the 8 alone comes in with that, when you turn it on its side, it's infinity symbol, right? Eternity, cycles, cause, effect, even the action to come back to manifestation. But when you look at that 8, just the number 8 alone on any of these cards, if I have it in that cornerstone, or I even have the 8 in any of the readings, I know it's not random. It's the universe saying, hey, wink, wink, I'm here. So when you pull an 8 or pull up an 8 on any of your cards, know that the universe is talking to you, giving you that this is a sign that this is truth. The universe is talking to you. Momentum's coming through, saying you deserve this fast-moving action. This is all you bringing it in, right? It's you becoming magnetized. It's pure fire, but it's fire in air. You know what I'm saying? So think about it just flying through the air like that, and it's the air fueling that, your ideas, your intentions, your communications, all of that empowered energy. Something that might have taken months is now just taking minutes to do, right? So give yourself a pause and creative energy and saying, good job. And when I love using the Rider-Waite, but when I see other tarot decks too, I look at where the wands are hovering and how they're sitting there. But on the Rider-Waite, it hovers above that calm river, that lush landscape. It's reminding me and telling you guys to always remember that flow, the speed can coexist. You can kind of get into that flow of energy, right? Keep going with the flow, but it's balanced propulsion. It's not frenzy. It's the wands aren't everywhere. But when we look at this, the wands, it's purest expression saying, hey, yes, now, go. And if I pull this for somebody and they ask me a question and I see this, I go, yep, yes. And it's about that person. It's the universe acknowledging that moment of pause, of calm, or whatever it is. It's the door opening. It's the text arriving. It's the email hitting. It's the synchronizations, I would say. It's the spark. It's the universe coming in saying, we are aligning across the realms, the timelines, the moment of realization, right? But the lattice, it's moving in your favor. That's the thing we love. That's the energy, because when you're pulling this card, it's telling you you're not forcing any of this. If these cards are crossing, say like in the 5 of Wands, it's kind of like there's a cross up or a mix up, right? But that's not this energy. When all these aspects, the mind, the emotion, your energy, your purpose, they're all heading towards the same exact place, truth. And that truth brings on what? Manifestation. And it might even become, even if with this card alone, If you pull it even multiple times over, it could be instantaneous. You just don't think about it. So once you have that, the law of the unified intent, so nothing is going to resist, because it's everything's agreeing. Like who's going to disagree with you? Imagine having that kind of energy around you. But when it flips, and I have it in the reverse energy, we'll be careful with this, because it does warn of that chaotic burnout, that, oh my God, too much fire, not enough grounding. But what are we doing with this card when we're playing with it? Is we're looking for cosmic permission. Is this true? Is this real? Is this a yes or no? It's a yes, but it's a long buildup. It's like a rocket takeoff, like a lightning strike. So you'll hear me mention lightning strike, because it's like the clouds above, the clouds overhead, telling you that this is meant to happen. And because when you're outside, or you've been out in in the summertime, and the storm's coming, and you could feel the energy, the static electricity building, right? It's this energy saying it's happening. It's happening, because they're showing you an alignment, like this, almost like this happens and this happens and then this happens, and it's even the lightning could strike before the rain happens or something hits. But the divine energy comes down to you, and it's opening up to the truth, the velocity, saying it's multiplying. It's not just one lightning strike. It's, this is the beginning of many lightning strikes. And it could be just the acceleration of the karma, the results that you are setting your intentions and saying, I am prophecy in motion. I'm echoing my outcomes because I want to be at this place. I don't want to be in the negative place anymore. And many times we do that. We set ourselves in this place of saying, I can't do this anymore. And guess what? You can't. And you don't. But when you look at this and you look at the infinity, the hiding, the secret inside the card, it tells you that there's magic inside of this energy. It hides in plain sight. When it's airborne energy, can't be stopped. How do you stop this? How do you tell it no more? Because you're setting them one after the next after the next. Think of it like an artillery attack. I know it sounds so negative, but you can't stop that from coming in. You can only take cover from the manifestations that are on their way in, right? Think of the wands. We talked about the Ace of Wands, and if you haven't, go check that out. But the soul is in transit. It's between thought and becoming reality, saying, I've been setting these in motion. I fought people off. I stood my ground. I did what I had to do to get here. And that's the truth, is you did that, but you did that because you knew that this is your direction. And it might even align even with, say, so when I look at this, it comes across with this energy of, it's almost like solar energy, a solar plexus, but it comes across even more with the, I look at this as like Sag energy or Knight of Wands. You'll hear me say Temperance, because it has that like patience energy, right? Because it led up to something. It led up to this moment. So you hear me mention the Sag energy when I'm reading this card. But remember, this is about decisiveness. This is not meant to be like fast moving action. This is you taking the choice and saying, I'm going into this. The card's direction is really going into this interpretation, the manifestation. It's descending into the ideas, the ascending into like, I'm taking this. There's no figures in here. Like this is like saying this is an idea. This is because the energy is in the moment. It's like it's saying we're taking this to go. It's the absence of human energy, right? I'm sorry, human form, but the energy's there because we're surrendering our ego into that moment of saying, how do I say this? It's vibration. It's certainty of knowing this is happening. And what are you waiting for? You're waiting for what? And the wands, they're not saying no in this respect. They're coming in with the breath that the universe is taking. It's taking its moment before arrival, right? It's the reminder that something's coming in. It's preparing you as though you've already been here. You're already created. It's pulling the moment of reaching for the stars, saying, hey, you did this. Think of it like spiritual Wi-Fi even. Because it's you got the signal coming in from source, and these coming in are just the natural synapses firing. Yes, consciousness opening up, light speed even. And how do you open up yourself to even more integration? Because you don't resist the acceleration, right? You just say yes to those invitations, or you respond quickly and say yes. I'm going to next stage. You're not hesitating. It's honestly, it's rewarding decisiveness because you take action. And when you take action, when you see this card, when you see the Eight of Wands, you're taking action because you're remembering it doesn't mean that you're failing. It means you're going forward. And every wand is a letter and a word to the universe writing through you, saying you've done this. Think of all the things you've taken action on, right? And it's heaven meeting earth. It's as above, so below when you see the left to the right. And where do we go? How do we get there? It's seeing the signals in the cosmic electricity. Downloads are imminent. You're probably seeing signs or even some synchronicities with this. But going through this is the moment of clarity, right? Patience, no more spiritual waiting, instant karma. But when we get into this card, we get into this moment of clarity. It's that moment of intuition is meeting the pause of what's next in your life. What is it you're looking for in your energy? What is it you're looking for to find? I look for this card to tell us a lot of different things, but it tells me that we are in the energy of motion without friction. We're looking for that pure potential, realization that this meant something. Think about setting something in motion, a job, right? Like, or even your own business, and it starts to take hold. Money, wealth, love, all of these things start to line up. You say, wow, this is happening. It's confirmation saying, wow, you locked this in. It could be many things, but it could even be a sign. When I pull this card, I say, you're heading to the end, right? Because we talk about the calendar year, and that's why I'll mention November, because it could be hitting the end. And when I pull this card, it reminds me that we are absolutely in the vibration of confirmation. And that's why this card hits. It's striking you. It's like, whoa, really? Is this really happening? Is it really happening? And the answer is yes. So when you see the Eight of Wands, know that you're not waiting for the universe. The universe is waiting for you to keep up, saying, come on, let's go. Momentum meets mastery. And the energy is clear. So let the wands carry your vision forward and let your soul remember how speed feels when you're guided by it. See you on the next one, guys. Peace.